Alright, welcome back to Gun Bunny Customs, and today we have the Hiss Tank review. Like most people, I got my Hiss Tank today. Either you got them today or yesterday. And like everybody else who collects G.I. Joe Classified, I am going to be doing a review of this. Now, I had already filmed it where I had unboxed it and taken all the stuff out. But then as I was looking, it goes over, it takes a long time to get through that process of opening up all the boxes and all the shit, all the packaging. And most video unboxings are already going to show that, so I want to go ahead and get right into the review of what I think, and also my plans, because I am going to be disassembling one. I was fortunate enough to be able to get 3 of them, and one of them is meant to be taken apart and repainted, customized. So as I go over the review, I'm going to be going over what I think I'm going to need to do in order to take it apart, just based off looking at it, what I think of the parts and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to be a brief review because, like I said, I want to say the majority of collectors were able to get these. I know some of them weren't, unfortunately, so I hope for their sake that they're able to re-release this as a mainline release at some point, without all the extra gadgets, the electronics, and all the extra pieces. So then that way there's one that we can kind of all universally get. And that way, if you want to army build them as well, you could army build them. I know if they were to release them in the main line to where it was a stripped down version of this with the driver for, say, like around 150, you know what I mean? Slightly more than what they did for the what do you call it? The Vamp. Then I would get multiples to paint them in all kinds of different schemes. All right, so I have to say, right off, pulling it out of the box, the size is impressive. It's a very big toy. The presentation of the box is amazing. The effort they went into making sure that all the boxes were protected, so then that way you got the best possible product coming to your door. I think they did a phenomenal job with that. So with that being said, let's go over it. So like I said, it's out of the box, it's impressive. I'm gonna keep mine with I put the sort of the retro armor, the original kind of looking armor on there, and I'll be doing that with the windshield as well. So I don't want to press it in just yet because I don't want to be taking it in and out too much. Like I said, this one's going to get broken down, so and I don't want to risk in any way cracking that glass. So I'm not gonna snap it in even for this review. It looks cool. Trust me, it looks cool. So, like I said, it looks impressive. It's very reminiscent of the original one. Like I said, we've all been seeing product shots of this for the last year. We've all been waiting for this. So I'm not going to tell you or show you anything that you haven't really seen before. But some of the things that I noticed, it almost does feel. It almost feels like the original plastic from excuse me, from '83. That sort of. I don't know how to explain it. That it has that good plastic sound to it. I love that the wheels move and the treads move. You know what I mean? I don't really care for the side missiles or anything like that, but I did notice that it does have a screw in there, which means I'll be having to take that apart to hopefully take this apart. From what I can tell, I'll need to remove the wheels, then the treads, and then I'll have access to the screws that are underneath here. A little more center underneath here, so then that way I can take the top off. I didn't realize it, but it looks like the turret just kind of I guess there's a way where you can take it out. So there's a turret comes out, and then there's a bunch of screws under there if you want to take apart the bar and all that kind of stuff. And maybe I will, depending on how I'm gonna paint it. So that's pretty cool that just kind of comes out like that. And then you can see in there. I do wish it had more troop carrying capacity. That is my one really big gripe. I don't really care for the electronics and the lights and stuff like that. That doesn't do anything for me. Those kind of play features really don't do anything for me. If it does it for you, that's great. It just doesn't do it for me. The weapons rack in here looks like it's removable. Like there's going to be maybe different options later on that you could use to put in there, because if you can see behind there, it looks like it has the same railing. If you look, see that? These 3 railings in here, which the Cobra chair seat is on. That's exactly what's behind this railing as well. So it looks like there's going to be, you know, possibilities for different interchangeable things. Hopefully maybe like a bench seat for the mainline release, maybe one that has like a computer screen, some kind of computer bank or something like that there. And so that way, or even 2 bench seats, so then that way you can have, you know, even if you were just can have 2 on each side, then that way you can at least have a 4-man fire team in there, and then you would have 2 on the back, the gunner and the driver. So to me, that would be a good amount of troops for it to carry, and I think that's pretty cool. So I might even, with the one that I customized, I might even do that, take those pieces out, and just create a kind of bench seat on either side to make it more of a troop carrier. I like that the tow hitch folds in. I do have an SMS, 3D printed SMS that I got from King Grimlock on Instagram and Pixie's Designs on Etsy. It's a beautiful piece. So after I do this video, this kind of walkthrough review of kind of just giving my 2 cents, I'm going to bring some vehicles out. I'm going to bring out that SMS. I'm going to bring out the Night Force Wolverine that I did. I'm going to bring out the Cobra troop carrying truck that I made from the WWE Wrecking Rig, and I'm going to bring out the Moccasin, and I'm going to lay them all out so we can kind of see them side by side, to see the size comparison, to see how they look and how they kind of, you know, scale next to each other, and how they would look in an overall scene. Especially like the Cobra truck, because in my mind, one of my goals is to create a long Cobra convoy of you know, not only his tanks but other multiple service and support vehicles and stuff like that I create for my kind of classified universe, and so I'll be doing that as well. And then I'll be also filming me going over how I take this apart, how I figure out how to take it apart. Like I said, as I've been going over this, I've been looking. There's like 6 screws on either side. Back here in the rear portion, there's nothing in the front. I'm guessing that's where the nose gun goes, and this is the button to turn on the lights and shit. Like I said, which is cool. Not really my thing, but it's cool. The cockpit looks amazing. Like I said, everybody's seen pictures of it. The cockpit looks amazing. You know, the controls work, and you know, they light up and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm never gonna put any batteries in there. I want to say that the ladders do feel kind of cheap, man. They feel kind of flexible. Like, they don't feel sturdy enough to be getting snapped into place like that. It feels like there's gonna be an issue with that if you use it multiple times. It feels the plastic that they use feels really flimsy on that portion. You know what I mean? Not to like pick a bitch, but it does. It feels really when it gets to the breaking point of it coming out of whatever little locking piece is in there, it feels really soft. I like how the engine cover comes off, and you got these kind of wires and stuff coming out of there. That looks pretty cool. So overall, I got to give it, you know what I mean, like a 98 out of 100. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. And honestly, I think the stuff that I complain about, I think it's sort of minor, in overall comparison to the overall vehicle. I mean, these things are really awesome. They were really kind of worth the wait. And like I said, I really hope that they do make these available now that they have the mold. You know what I mean? It'd be a shame for them to waste this mold. So I hope they don't do like another HasLab where they do like a Python Patrol version or the blue version or the crimson version. I hope they make those available direct to consumer. That this is the last time that we'll see the His Tank as a HasLab, and then they'll just give it to us either through Hasbro Pulse or Target exclusive or whatever. But man, this thing is phenomenal. I really like it. It was definitely worth the wait. It's gonna look beautiful set up in the collection, just like everybody else's. Okay, so that's my quick review. Like I said, I think it's good. 98 out of 100, and if possible, I'm actually gonna try to get more. All right, thank you for tuning in, and stand by for the next 2 videos where I do the size comparison and then figure out how to break this motherfucker down.